Beautiful people, and welcome back. If you're new here, please subscribe and please like and please share. Thank you for joining me. And today is a very emotional day because I am writing, or I am giving a note, or I am giving a talk, or I am giving some advice or some love to daddyless daughters, as I am one. And it's very emotional for me, considering I have lived with this, let's call it a wound for now, this wound for some time. And in my early years, which I'm still in my early years, but my previous early years, I didn't know that this was really affecting me. So I feel like it's very important to talk about these things that no one wants to talk about. People are like, we are fine, I'm a child raised by a single mom who was strong, and I'm very strong as well, all these things. But really, we need to talk about the feeling, or the wound that is left by the absent father. So first of all, dear daddyless daughters, my darling daughters, you are daughters all the same, and you are daughters of the Most High Father, who is God, and He is there for you all the time. He is omnipresent, always there for you. And even when the physical fathers are not there for you, He is there. Another thing is that, my dear daddyless daughter, you are loved, you are valued, you are important, and you have everything you need to be successful. Don't think just because I don't have a dad, I cannot be successful. Or just because I don't have a dad, I am not loved. Excuse me. Or just because I don't have a dad, I cannot do A, B, C, D. I said you can do everything. Okay? Another thing is that there's a gap. There's a gap left by the absent father, and it's really significant. And the sad thing is that people are ignoring this wound, and it's just there eating them up. Yeah. So for me, I feel like people should be aware that, first of all, you have a wound because of that, and there's affirmation you needed that you didn't get. Daddies affirm their daughters, and since you didn't get that, you have some sense of a very deep longing and sense of lack of love, affirmation, and everything else, and attachment, those things. Yeah. So what you need to do, that gap is there, whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or not, it's there. What you do is you need to fill that gap, and I would say you fill it with God. You fill it with God's love. You fill it with God's love. You feed on God's love until you understand He is your Father. God is now your Father, and He has love, and He can feel all those wounds that you have, apart from even this one that we're talking about today. Another thing is that you need to love yourself. You need to accept yourself for who you are. Be open to who you are. Be open to the mistakes you've made. Be open to who you're becoming. Be open to what your life is unfolding to become. Yeah? And just understand that you need to love yourself. You need to affirm yourself daily. Assignment to you. Every day, write 3 things you love about yourself. Every day. Even if you don't write 10, but every day you have to write at least 3 things you love about yourself. Because no one is going to love you for you. And there's only one person who's gonna care for you the way you want to. And it's you. It's very you. Because there's no one else who understands your needs. There's no one else who understands what your deepest desires are. There's no one else who understands your biggest dreams. You're the one who knows that. So you need to chase after that. Okay? So fill your gap with God and His love. Yeah, let Him be your anchor. Another thing is love yourself. Please love yourself fiercely. If there's anyone who's making you unhappy, muache. Nimesema anyone, like anyone who is making you unhappy. Please leave them behind. Anything that's making you unhappy as well, leave that situation. And it's very serious, by the way, even if it's a job and it's making you unhappy and you're realizing no matter what you do, you're still unhappy, you leave. look for your happiness, because no one else is gonna give you your happiness apart from you. If there's no one who's gonna care about what you really want to do, or your dream or your vision, it's only you. So you need to be very clear with that, and learn to say no when you need to, learn to say yes when you need to, and don't be afraid to say either of those two. Yeah. The other thing is that, girls, my darling daddyless daughters, darling, men are gonna come and try to fill that gap that I told you to fill with God. Yeah. So you need to be very alert to that, because there's that affirmation you needed from a man and you didn't get it. So if you don't know this is going on, one man is gonna come, and not one man, many men are gonna come and try and fill that gap. And I can tell you, for me, that was happening to me when I was young, and I didn't know. You see, because if you don't know something, it's gonna affect you, and you're gonna have no control over it because you don't even understand it. That's why I want you to understand this wound you have. So I'm not trying to make you feel bad about your situation, but I'm trying to help you understand your situation, to deal with it better, and not to suffer from effects of it without knowing. So men are gonna come and they're gonna try and feel that. Okay, they're not trying to feel it, but you know men, yeah? They're going to be very flattery. Some are good, some are just trying to have sex with you. And because you don't know that, and you have this very deep desire for affirmation, then you're going to take it. And so men might use you, because they might realize, oh, she really likes when I talk about how she's beautiful, or how good she is, or how resourceful she is. And they know how to gauge they know how to gauge what you actually want. Because I remember, for me, I didn't like people who would say nice things about my body or my face or whatever. I would like someone who says good things about my heart, or the way I act, or the way I do this and that. And you see, people get to know these things. And I was young, and I didn't even know I liked that. You see, I didn't know. So yeah, people would come, and the smart ones would use those words. They'd be like, oh, you're so resourceful, you're so hardworking, you're so nice, you're so sweet, all these things about my personality, which I liked. And this meant that, I would cave in. Now me, I'm like, since this guy is giving me the affirmation I really desire, like he's giving me my deepest desires, even me, I give him his deepest desires, which is sex, you get? So girls, especially you young girls, please remember that you don't owe anyone anything. Even when they affirm you, it's just a bonus. Please be affirming yourself every day, as I have said. 3 affirmations every day. And one thing I think I always forget to say, and I need to say enough, because that's my motto, is you are enough, you do enough, you have enough, and where you are not enough, God is enough. Sawa? Say it with me. I am enough, I do enough, I have enough, and where I am not enough, God is enough. So dear daddyless daughter, no matter how much you feel you're not enough, no matter how much you feel like you owe someone something, you don't owe anyone anything, no matter how good someone is to you, if you don't want to give up something, don't. If you don't want to give up your virginity, don't. If you don't want to give up your, I don't know, your morality or your anything, don't give it up, because it's yours. You've earned it, you deserve it, and you deserve everything good in this world, including good men, including everything. One other thing, dear daddyless daughters, men are not dogs. Men are not dogs. I repeat, men are not dogs. Just because your dad left you alone, okay, not alone, but because your dad wasn't there, just because your dad was absent, doesn't mean other men are doing the same thing out here. Yes, there are few of them who are doing this, or there are a number of them doing this, but please don't generalize all men because of what happened to you. That's one thing I did, that's one thing I hate to do, because I realized it's very unfair, considering, first of all, I have a son, first of all, I've met good men, second of all, there are men who are really trying, you know what trying is? Trying to break those curses that came from Uko. They're trying to be better men than they saw their fathers being. There are men who are trying. And that's one thing you should acknowledge, and I should acknowledge. Just because our fathers didn't step up, there are people out here who are trying to step up. And so we respect that. And if God helps you one day, you can meet someone who steps up, you take it, not you take it, but you don't look at them with the eye of, this is like my absent father. Don't familiarize other men with your absent father. Another thing I should mention, please, and this is just interesting because it's psychological. But what happens is girls choose men they're going to date or who they're going to be suitors with based on who their dad was. So you will realize that girls date men who are similar to their fathers. So girls girls with absent fathers have a very hard time choosing suitors, or what they do is they either choose many different varieties of men or just choose emotionally unavailable men because their father was emotionally and physically unavailable. They choose those men who are emotionally and physically unavailable. So what you need to do is remember that. So every time you have a feeling of, I like this guy, he's mysterious, oh, he comes and goes. There's a way you might start liking guys who are absent. Without knowing, it's just very psychological, like it's something so automatic and it's in the subconscious mind. But please don't choose men who don't choose you. Choose you first all the time. And the only time you should take, like you should, I know you don't have a example to look up from and say, I'm gonna choose a man like this, but I know girls have a very great intuition and you always know what's good. The only problem is you're like, he's good but he's no fun, or she's good but she's not gonna help me do what I want, or I don't have this and that. Just choose something good for you. Always choose what's good for you. Choose what you need, not what you want. Remember that there's more fulfillment in choosing what you need. And what you need is love. You need someone who loves you fiercely, the same way you're loving yourself, as I have said you should. Then you need someone like that. Okay? So dear daddyless daughters, you are loved, you are cherished, you are valued, and above all, choose you. Choose you. And all wounds, everyone has wounds, by the way, not only us. Everyone has wounds. And even like for me, when I talk about my wounds, it's not one, it's various things. So everyone has their various wounds that they're dealing with. So don't let anyone come and tell you, oh, wewe una baba nini nini nini. Nothing like that, because everyone has their own issues. Even that person telling you that has an issue you don't have. So let people respect your space, your issues, and yeah, that's it for today, I think. But I love you, daddyless daughters, and there is hope after being raised by, not being raised, but by living with an absent father. There is hope, there is light, there is everything. Like me, I just believe in your story is your mission and you move on. Your story is your mission and you move on. So, love you, love you. Please like, share, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Love you, bye bye.